Hello students, welcome to Anne's classes. Let's do percent and percentage. Chapter 7, Test Yourself. This is found on page number 96. Question 2. A family spends 30% of its income on house rent, 60% of the rest on household expenses. If the total savings of the family is 12,600 rupees, find the total monthly income. So what are we asked to find? The monthly income of the family. So let's begin by saying let the income be X. Now let's write what's given to us. Here what's given? The 30% of its income is spent on house rent. So we are going to find out what is the income spent on house rent. It's 30%. So that is 30% of X. So let's calculate this. 30% of X means 30 by 100 into X. So that is 30X by 100. This is the amount that is spent on house rent. Now, the income remaining means from the original income, that is X, so much has been spent. So X minus 30X by 100. So that becomes X minus 30X by 100. So let's calculate this and see. So X minus 30X by 100. Now this will be like fractions. So this is X by 1. So our LCM will be 100. Now take the first one. So this is 1 into 100. Multiply this also by 100. So that becomes 100x. And here we have 100 into 1. So we multiply this by 1. So that is 30x. So minus 30x. 100x minus 30x is 70x by 100. So we can write that there. So the income remaining is 70x by 100. This is the income that is remaining. So first we said let the income be X. From that some amount is spent, that is 30X by 100. So what is remaining is, when we subtract both, what is remaining here is 70X by 100. Now we also know that amount has been spent on household expenses, and what is that? That is 60% of the rest. And what is the meaning of rest? Remaining. 60% of the remaining was spent on household expenses. So if we calculate that, we'll know the amount here. So 60% of 70x by 100, because this is the remaining. So let's calculate this also and see. So 60% means 60 by 100. Of is into and 70x by 100. Let's slowly cancel what we can. So I can cancel this and this, and I can cancel this and this also, or one more zero from the other side. Now multiply 6 into 7 is 42. So that is 42x, and in the denominator we have 100. So here amount spent on household expenses, this one is what we calculated. So let's write this on top here. So that is 42x by 100. So now we know how much has been spent on household expenses. Then total expenses. What are the total expenses? Now so much was spent on house rent, so much was spent for household expenses. So if we add up both, we will get the total. So that is 30x by 100 plus 42x by 100. So now since the denominators are the same, we can simply add the numerators. 30 plus 42 is 72, and we have x, 72x by 100. So this is the total expenses. This is the income, this is the expenses. If we subtract both, we will know what the savings are. So the income saved will be the original income minus the expenses. So that is x minus 72x by 100. So this also let's calculate. So x minus 72x by 100. So here also let's give this the denominator 1, and now our LCM is 100. So for the first fraction, 1 into 100. So we multiply x also by 100. So we get 100x minus, now here we have 100 in the denominator, same, so we can write the same thing, 72x. 100x minus 72x is 28x, and in the denominator we have 100. So here income saved is 28x by 100. That means these are the savings. So here 28x by 100 is the saving, and we are also given the savings amount here, that is 12,600. So 28x by 100 is equal to 12,600. Now we can find the value of x. We can say x is equal to 12,600. Now here we have 28 by 100, isn't it? It's multiplication. So when it goes to the other side, it becomes division. So divided by 28 by 100. So let's simplify this further. I'll carry this here up here. Let's simplify it. X is equal to 12,600 into 100 by 28. Now you can cancel 28 and 100 or 28 and 12,600. When you finally cancel, you will get this as 1 and you will get this as 450. Now you can multiply these two. So x is equal to 450 into 1, you can write first 450 and then add the two zeros. So what do you have here? You have 45,000. And what is x? X is the income. Right at the beginning we said let the income be x, and we have found the income, and that is rupees 45,000. So we can write that rupees 45,000 is the income. So this is our final answer. Question 3. Geeta saves 20% of her monthly salary and saves 43,000 rupees per month. Find her monthly expenditure. So here we are told that 20% of her monthly salary which she saves is 43,500. Now we don't know what her monthly salary is, and we have to find her expenditure. To find her expenditure, we need to know her monthly salary. So first let's find that. So let the monthly salary be X. And here it says monthly savings 20% of her monthly salary, and that is equal to so much. So how much is that? So 20% of X, that is the monthly salary, is 43,500 rupees. This is given to us. So now let's calculate this. So 20% means 20 by 100 of X is equal to 43,500 rupees. So now we can find the value of X. So here we can say 43,500 as it is. We can leave it here. Now here we have 20 by 100, which we can take it to the other side. So it becomes division. So divided by 20 by 100. So X is equal to 43,500 into 100 by 20. So we can calculate this, we can simplify. So I can cancel this, 2 5s are 10. So I just have to multiply 43,500 into 5. So when I multiply, I will get my monthly salary, that is X. And that is rupees 2,17,500. So this is X. And what is X? In the beginning we said let the monthly salary be X. So we found the monthly salary, and that is X. Now we can find the expenditure. How do we find that? Now if you take the monthly salary and subtract the savings from it, what is left will be the monthly expenditure. So the monthly expenditure is monthly salary minus monthly savings. So let's write that monthly salary is rupees 2,17,500. This is the monthly salary, and we're going to minus the savings, which is 43,500 rupees. So when you minus these two, you will get the monthly expenditure. So the monthly expenditure, when you minus both, you get 1,74,000 rupees. So this is the answer. This is the monthly expenditure. So let's write here the monthly expenditure is 1,74,000 expenditure. is rupees 1,74,000, and that is our answer. Question 4. In an examination, 92% of the candidates passed and 96 students have failed. Find the number of candidates who appeared for the examination. So we have the percentage of students that passed and we have the number of students that failed. Now we have to find how many appeared for this exam. So we need to know this number and add it to this. Then we will know how many of the students appeared for this examination. So let the number of candidates that appeared be X. Since we don't know that, we're going to consider that to be X. Now, percentage of passed students is 92%. So out of 100%, 92 students have passed. That means the percentage of failed candidates will be 100 minus 92, isn't it? 100% minus the pass percentage will give us the failed percentage. So 100 minus 92 is 8. That means 8% of the students have failed. Okay, so how many students have failed? Given to us 96 students have failed. That means 8% of the total number of candidates, which we said let it be X, is 96. So number of failed candidates is 96, and that is 8% of the total. So now let's calculate. So this is 8 by 100 into X. This will give us 96. So this means X is equal to 96 divided by 8 by 100, because I've transposed 8 by 100 to the other side. Multiplication changes to division. Now let's simplify this. So X is equal to 96 into 100 by 8. Now we can simplify. 8 ones are 8 and here 8 ones are 8. We have 16. 8 twos are 16. 8 into 12 is 96. Now multiply these two. So 12 into 100 is 1200. So that is the value of X. X is 1200. And what is X? Look at the first statement. We said, let the number of candidates that appeared be X. So we have found the number of candidates that appeared, and that is 1200. Number of candidates that appeared is 1200. So we have our answer here. The number of candidates who appeared for this examination is 1200. Question 5. A number is increased by 30% and then this increased number, that is the resulting number or the final number, is decreased by 30%. Find the net change. Okay, so we don't know what the number is, so let the original number be 100. So in that case, there is a way to find out this net change. First, to find the final number, we need to say the original number, that is 100, into 1 plus 30% here increased, so we write plus 30 by 100 into 1 minus 30 by 100 because it's decreased. So let me tell you this once again. Now, if you have to find the final number, this is one way of finding. That is the original number into 1 plus 30%, that is 30 by 100, into 1 minus 30%, that is 30 by 100. Here we have written plus because it is increased first. Here we have written minus because it is decreased next. Now all we have to do is simplify this. So let's do that. So the original number here is 100 into, now here 1 plus 30 by 100. Let's work on that. So here the LCM will be 100 and 1 into 100. 1 into 100 is 100 plus 30. Similarly here the LCM will be 100. Here it will be 100 minus 30. Now how did I get 100? Now here, let me work this out here and show you. Now if I have 1 plus 30 by 100, now how do I work this out? First I make this a fraction, then I find the LCM here. LCM is 100, so 1 into 100 is 100. So I multiply the numerator also by 100. So that's how we've got 100 here plus the other one, 100 into 1, so 30 into 1 is 30. 100 plus 30. Now that is how I got this 100 plus 30 by 100 here. In a similar way, 100 minus 30 by 100. Okay. Now let me continue here. So this will be 100 into 100 plus 30 is 130. by 100 into 100 minus 30 is 70. 70 by 100. Now let's simplify. We can cancel this and this. I can cancel 1 0 here and 1 0 here, 1 0 here and 1 0 here. Now all I have to do is multiply 13 into 7. And that is 91. So now we have the original number is 100 and the final number is 91. We can find the net change, and the net change will be the original number, that is 100, minus the final number, which is 91. 100 minus 91 is 9. Now this is the final answer. This is the net change, 100 minus 91. So this is our answer because we've only been asked to find the net change. We've not been asked to find the percentage. So 9 is our answer. Question 6. A number is decreased by 30% and then this decreased number is increased by 30%. So first we have to find the net change and then convert it to a percent. So let's consider the original number to be 100. And if we have to find the final number, then we have to use this formula, that is, final number is the original number into 1 minus 30% into 1 plus 30%. And why are we writing minus first? Because here it says a number is decreased. So when it is decreased, it is minus, and then it is increased, so it's plus. How did we get 30 by 100? Because it says 30%, and that is 30 by 100. Here also it's 30%, so 30 by 100. Now let's simplify this. So the original number is 100 into 1 minus 30 by 100. So let's work that out. 1 minus 30 by 100. Denominator is 1. So we find the LCM, that is 100. And here we say 1 into 100. So we multiply this also by 100. So that becomes 100. And here 100 into 1. So this is also into 1. So 30 into 1 is 30. So let's write this 100 minus 30. In brackets we can write that 100 minus 30 by 100 into. Now here, since it's plus, we just have to say 100 plus 30 by 100. Now let's simplify this. So 100 into 100 minus 30 is 70. 70 by 100 into 100 plus 30 is 130 by 100. Now let's cancel all that we can. So I can cancel this 100 and this 100. Then 1 0 from there and 1 0 here. 1 0 on top and 1 0 down. So 7 into 13 is 91. So we have the original number 100, then we have the final number, that is 91. That means to find the net change, we say the original number minus the final number. And what is the original number? 100. And what is the final number? 91. So when you minus both, you get the net change, which is 9. So 9 is the net change. Now here we've been asked to write the net change as percent. So to find the net change as percent, we say percentage change is equal to net change divided by the original number into 100%. So what is the net change? 9. What is the original number? 100. Now multiply this by 100%. So cancel, we can cancel this 0 and this 0. So what do we have left? We have 9% left. So this is our answer. This is the net change as percent, 9%. Question 7. The population of a village increases by 10% per year. If the present population of the village is 24,000, find it at the end of 2 years. So after 2 years, at the end of 2 years, what is the population? That is the question. So the present population is 24,000. And what does it say? It increases by 10% per year. So increase in population per year is 10% of the previous population. So that will be 10% of 24,000. That is the previous population. So let's work this out. So this is 10 by 100 into 24,000. So here I can cancel 1 0 here, 1 0, one more 0. So what do I have? I have 1 into 2,400. So the increase in population per year is 2,400. This is the first number. This is the increase in population. So population at the end of 1 year. So present population is this. It increases by 10%. So at the end of 1 year, previous population plus the increase in population. So what was the previous population? 24,000, and to that we add the increase in population. So the previous population is 24,000. The increase in population is 2,400. So when you add this up, you get 26,400. So this is the population at the end of 1 year. Now, increase in population at the end of the second year is 10% of the previous population, just like this. 10% of the previous population. So this will be 10% of 26,400. So that is 10% of 26,400. So that will be equal to 10 by 100 into 26,400. So let's simplify this. So I remove 1 0 from here, 1 0. Then I take off 1 0. So what do I have now? I have 2,640. This is the increase in population at the end of the second year, 2,640. So we have found the increase. Now we have to find what is the population at the end of 2 years. So to find that population at the end of the 2 years, we say the previous population, that is 26,400, plus the increase in population, which is 2,640. So let's do that. So the previous population is 26,400. To this we add the increase in population, which is 2,640. So when you add these two, you get 29,040. So this is the population at the end of 2 years, 29,040. This is our answer. Question 8. Cost of a machine increases by 10% per year. If its present cost is 24,000 rupees, find the value at the beginning of the third year. So when we say the beginning of the third year, we are actually meaning the end of the second year. Okay, so we have to find that. So here the present cost is so much, but every year it keeps going down, decreasing by 10%. So let's begin by saying the present cost is 24,000 rupees. So let's write that, rupees 24,000. Then the decrease in cost is 10% of the previous cost. So this is 10% of the previous cost is 24,000 rupees. So this is 10 by 100 into 24,000. So here let's simplify this. I can remove 1 0 here, one more 0 here. So what do I have? I have 2,400. So decrease in cost per year is 2,400 rupees. So now the cost at the end of 1 year. At the end of 1 year, what will the cost be? The previous cost minus the decrease in cost. So previous cost is 24,000 rupees minus the decrease in cost is 2,400 rupees. So this will be the cost at the end of 1 year. So when you subtract these two, you get 21,600. So this is 21,600 rupees. So can you see at the beginning of the year it was 24,000 rupees. Then the cost reduced by 10%, that is 2,400, and now at the end of 1 year it is 21,600. Now we have only found for 1 year. We have to go to the next year. So decrease in cost at the end of the second year. Okay. So decrease in cost per year, and we found at the end of 1 year we found the cost. Now we are finding only the decrease first, and that is 10% of the previous cost. So this will be 10 by 100 or 10% of the previous cost, which is 21,600. So this will be equal to 10 by 100 into 21,600. So here we can cancel the zeros, one more zero, and we have 2,160. So this is the decrease at the end of the second year. So what is the cost at the end of second year? So the cost of the end of the second year is the previous cost, which is this, minus the decrease in cost. So previous cost is rupees 21,600. From that we have to subtract 2,160. So what do we have when we subtract these two numbers? We have 19,440. So this is the cost at the end of the second year. That means it's the value at the beginning of the third year. Okay, beginning of the third year is what is at the end of the second year. So this is our final answer. So what is our final answer? Rupees 19,440 is the value at the beginning of the third year. This is our answer. Question 9. The price of sugar has increased by 50%. By how much percent can the consumption of sugar be decreased in order to keep the expenditure on sugar the same? That means the family that is using this sugar, now they have to reduce their consumption. That means how much of sugar they are using, they have to reduce it so that the expenditure remains the same because the price of the sugar has increased. So they want to keep that expenditure the same, so they have to reduce the consumption. Now how do they do that? What is the percent that they should decrease it by? So let the original price of sugar be 100. Then the increase in price will be 50% of this 100. That is the increase, isn't it? So that is 50% of 100, and that is 50 by 100 into 100. So here we can cancel the 100 and 100. So what do we have? We have 50. So that means it has increased by 50 rupees. Then the new price will be the original price, which is 100 rupees plus the increase in price. So let's do that. That is, the original price is 100 plus the increase in price is 50. So together it adds up to 150 rupees. So this is the new price of sugar. Now the family wants to spend only 100 rupees. So they have to reduce how much of sugar they are using. So how do we do that? What is the percentage by which they should reduce their consumption? So for that, we have to find the change in price first. So the change in price is the increase in price, that is the new price. The change in price is the new price minus the original price. So the new price is 150 rupees and the original price is 100 rupees. So this will give us the change in price, and the change in price 150 minus 100 is 50 rupees. This is the change in price. Now we have to find the percentage change, that is change in price by the new price into 100%. So change in price is 50 rupees. The new price is 150 rupees. We have to multiply this by 100%. Cancel the 0. I can also cancel this. 5 ones are 5, 5 threes are 15. Nothing more to cancel here. So we have 100 by 3%. Now we have to simplify this. Let's divide 100 by 3. 3 threes are 9 minus 1 and 0. We have 10. 3 threes are 9 minus we have 1. Now if I convert this to a mixed number, this becomes 33, 1 by 3%. So in order to maintain the same expenditure, the consumption of sugar must be decreased by 33, 1 by 3%. So this is our answer. So to find that, all you had to do is this: find the new price, find the change in price and the percentage change. So this percentage change will tell us that this is the percentage that the family must keep in mind when they have to keep the expenditure the same and the consumption should reduce by 33, 1 by 3%. With this, student, we come to the end of this exercise. Thank you.